Shabbat Shalom. We're switching things up this week. I know the announcement's coming a little late, but we're here in our beautiful outdoor sanctuary, and if there's anyone here who may have by accident shown up in this space thinking it was Splash Shabbat, I have to take my time saying that. Please, but we're thrilled to have you here and excited to be together on Shabbat. We're going to begin with words of brother and sisterhood, of community, of unity. Hine Matov, page 3.
Turn to page 16 in your prayer books. This is a gorgeous piece from Psalms. We have it on Friday night in our books, but it's also on Saturday morning in the Psuke de Zimra. Yismechu Shamayim, let the heavens exult, let them celebrate. V'tagel haaretz, let the earth be glad, be happy, have joy. Yeah, so these are the two elements of reality, right? We've got a physical self. So my body's feeling good and healthy. That's good. The land is happy. But I also have like thoughts, emotions, things even above that. And so here we are asking those to also celebrate and, in fact, to come together and be together. And what a more gorgeous place than this, where we see the outside, the physical land, the physical heavens, and they mirror the beauty in our interior heavens and our interior physicality. And so it's a new melody, so there's an easy part. The words are this: Yamamai,
Yamamai,
my mamai.
my.
I feel like it can be oh my, like that, which is nice. Or just Yamamai, my mamai. Try that.
Yamamai, my
Again, Yamamai, my mamai.
Yamamai, my
And it goes Yamamai, my Yamamai, Yamamai, mamai. Try that. Yamamai, my Yamamai, Yamamai, mamai. Yamamai, my mamai. Try that.
Yamamai, my
And Yamamai, my mamai.
Yamamai, my
And you know what it's gonna do. Yamamai, my mamai, my mamai, my mamai. Try that. Yamamai, my mamai, my mamai, my mamai. I take off my rehearsal hat. Once again, Yamamai, my mamai, Yamamai, my mamai, Yamamai, my mamai, 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 Yamamai, my mamai, Yamamai, my welcome, Yamamai, my mamai, mamai, mamai. You have the translation on the page here, so repeat after me. Yismechu
Yismechu.
Every voice, got to do loud. Yismechu.
Yismechu.
Hashamayim. Right, that's up here. Vitagel.
Vitagel.
Haaretz.
Haaretz.
And the earth should be gila, be happy, right? Goes Yismechu Hashamayim. Try that. Yismechu Hashamayim. Beautiful sound. Vitagel Haaretz. Try that. Vitagel Haaretz. Yiram Hayam. Try that. Yiram Hayam. Umelo. That much together. 1 and 2 and 1. Yismechu Hashamayim. Vitagel Haaretz. Yiram Hayam. Sing the same thing, a little different ending, that's all. Yismechu Hashamayim. Vitagel Haaretz. Yiram Hayam. Umelo. Yamamai. Yamamai, mai, mamai. Yamamai, mai, mamai. Yamamai, mai, mamai, mai, mamai, mai, mamai. Yamamai, mai, mamai. Yamamai, mai, mamai. Yamamai, mai, mamai, mai, mamai, mai, mamai. Yamamai, mai, mamai. Yamamai, mai, mamai. Yamamai, mai, mamai, mai, mamai, mai, mamai. Yamamai, mai, mamai. Yamamai, mai, mamai. Yamamai, mai, mamai, mai, mamai, mai, mamai. Yismechu Hashamayim. Vitagel Haaretz. Yiram Hayam. Umelo. Yismechu Hashamayim. Vitagel Haaretz. Yiram Hayam. Umelo. What to do? Yamamai, mai, mamai. Yamamai, mai, mamai. Yamamai, mai, mamai, mai, mamai, mai, mamai. Yamamai, mai, mamai. Yamamai, mai, mamai. Yamamai, mai, mamai, mai, mamai, mai, mamai. Yamamai, mai, mamai. Yamamai, mai, mamai. Yamamai, mai, mamai, mai, mamai, mai, mamai. Yamamai, mai, mamai. Yamamai, mai, mamai. Yamamai, mai, mamai, mai, mamai, mai. This last time, just look up and take in the beautiful sky. Look around once more, take in the beautiful visions around you of the earth. And just notice there's a little mirror inside where you can be just as beautiful on the inside as you see on the outside. Yismechu Hashamayim. Vitagel Haaretz. Yiram Hayam. Umelo. Last time. Yismechu Hashamayim. Vitagel Haaretz. Yiram Hayam. Umelo. Page 116 for the Reader's Kaddish. Kedah v'kedah Shemei Rabbah. Kamali brachatev yamlich malkutev. V'chaychon v'yomechon v'chayei l'chol Beit Yisrael. B'gala v'zman karim v'meru. Amen. Yehesh Shemei Rabbah mevorach. Le'olam olal me'almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitbar v'yitroma v'yitnaseh. Yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal. Shemei l'kodesha richu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechemata. Namiran me'alma, Imru, Amen. Rise for the call to worship. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Baruch Hu et Adonai.
Standing as we join together with the Shema. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Hear, O Israel, the Lord is our God. The Lord is one. Page 123.
We continue on page 124. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha Veshinantam levanecha, v'dibarta bam, v'shivtecha b'veitecha, v'lechtecha v'derech, v'shokbecha u'v'kumecha, u'kshartam le'ot al yadecha, v'hayu letotafot beinenecha, u'chetavetam, hamizuzot beitecha, u'visharecha, Leman tizkeru asitem et kol mitzvotai ditem kedoshim lelohechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeti etchem me'eret Mitzrayim להיות לכם אלוהים ani Adonai Elohechem amen.
I want you to understand, I feel a source of tension. On the other patio where we normally have this Boker Or service, we have something called Splish Splash Shabbat. We have more than you of them over there hoping that the sun is going to be out because they're going to get wet. Now I look at you and you're praying that this cloud will stay above you and have this unbelievable moment on this patio. So I feel tension. Little children, freezing cold. You understand the tension. Page 127, responsively. On the bottom of the page, we are Israel, trembling and afraid. We stand together at the shores of the Red Sea as the miracle of freedom unfolds before us. We are Israel. The power of God's redemption has washed away our fears. We are Israel. Like Moses and our ancestors before us, we sing together the song of freedom.
Sur Israel, kuma be'ezrat Israel, ufedei chinomecha Yehuda ve'Yisrael. Go'aleinu Adonai tzevaot shemo, Kadosh Yisrael, Baruch atah Adonai, Gal Yisrael. We rise together on page 131. Adonai, sifatai tiftachu hafia ki tehilatecha. Eternal God, open my lips, that my mouth may declare your glory. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu ve'imoteinu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sahara, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Leah, Elohei Rachel, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor ve'hanora, Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Ve'konei ha'akol, Ve'zocher Hasei Avot ve'himaot, U'mevii geula livnei bneihem, Leman shemo be'ahava, Melech chozer u'Moshiach u'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham ve'ezrat Sarah.
We read responsively on page 133. Days pass and the years vanish, and we walk sightless among miracles. O God, fill our eyes with seeing and our minds with knowing. Let there be moments when your presence, like lightning, illumines the darkness in which we walk. And we, clay touched by God, will reach out for holiness and exclaim in wonder,
Kedusha is found on page 134. את שמך בעולם, בשם שמקדישים אותו בשמי מרום, הכתוב על יד נביאך, וקרא זה אל זה ואמר, קדוש, 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 אדוני צבאות, מלוא כל הארץ, כבודו. אדיר אדירנו, אדוני אדוננו, מאדיר שמך בכל הארץ, ברוך כבוד אדוני במקומו. אחד הוא אלוהינו, הוא אבינו ומלכנו, הוא מושיענו והוא ישמיענו, ברחמיו לעיני כל חי. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, ימלוך אדוני לעולם, אלוהיך ציון, לדור ודור. הללויה. לדור ודור נגיד גודלך, ולנצח נצחים קדושתך נקדיש, בשבחך אלוהינו מפינו לא ימוש לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש. As you're seated, we pray silently.
turn in our prayer books now to page 136 as we turn our thoughts towards healing. I feel like I have a little special insight into this prayer this week. It's not a major injury, just a little fracture, but it makes you realize how important it is to have people around you helping you, supporting you, loving you, praying for you. And so, surrounded by our family and our friends, I invite you to think of those in your life who need this prayer for healing. Just a little something extra, and let them know you're thinking about them. And so we sing together the words of healing, the words of the Misha Beirach on page 136. Understand why the microphone kept getting moved over, but I think you have your own microphone, don't you? Okay, I just figured it out. It took me a while. Well, it is such a beautiful Shabbat morning, and this sanctuary, this outdoor sanctuary, is like the Garden of Eden to me. It just is so beautiful and idealistic and perfect, just like the baby that we are about to call up and give her Hebrew name. And so it's my privilege to call Olivia Sloan Thompson, the daughter of Alana and Eric, to come forward now to receive her Hebrew name. And as you come forward, we have some gifts for you, a baby book, candlesticks, a certificate, and some certificates to our ECC. She's sound asleep and gorgeous. Let's hold her up so everybody can see. Oh. Olivia, you are a beautiful sleeping beauty. May you always bring peace to your parents like you are in this moment. And so, surrounded by your family and your loving community, Olivia, we give you the Hebrew name Shirley. You are named in memory of your maternal great-grandmother, Shirley Weiner. And celebrating with you is this community, but especially your grandparents, Carol and Richard Borson, Linda Dinocenzo, Michael and Lulu Thompson, and your great-grandparents, Fred and Janet Borson. We love you already, and we can't wait to watch you grow as we welcome you grow to Torah, to Chuppah, and Ma'asim Tovim, to deeds of loving kindness. Amen.
And now we have the very special pleasure of inviting a beautiful little girl to come forward, Jessa Harper Linden, the daughter of Carrie and Jeffrey, who are going to come forward with Sean and Cody. Come on up, guys, because we're going to give this big girl her Hebrew name right now. And I want to move you right over here so everybody can see even easier. Come right over here. Come on all the way up here. All the way over here. Okay, are you guys going to take good care of your sister? You're going to teach her really good things? You promise? Very, very nice. You know what I get to do now, Jess? I get to give you your Hebrew name. And your Hebrew name is Sarah. And you're the daughter of Gershon, Yehudit, and you're named in memory of your paternal great-grandfather, Jack Linden, maternal great-grandmother, Hannah Linden, maternal great-great-aunt, Sadie Glinter, and your very proud grandparents are Terry and Mark Chickerell, Karen and Sandy Linden. Your proud great-grandmother is Ann Kessler. You want to know something? It makes us very happy to give you your Hebrew name because we know that you're always going to remember that name. When you go to Hebrew school, you're going to raise your hand and say, my Hebrew name is Sarah. Whose Hebrew name is Sarah? Raise your hand if you have a Hebrew name, Sarah. Come on. Anyone else out here have a Hebrew name, Sarah? Look, we have several others. Look at her. She knows her Hebrew names already. So a big young girl is receiving her Hebrew name. She's going to receive a gift of candlesticks, special tuition grants at our temple preschool, and all kinds of wonderful things to share with her two big brothers. So if we can bring our little baby forward and our big girl forward, we all say together, Mazal Tov to both families, to everyone here.
On Thursday night, the West Bloomfield Library hosted an evening with the author Daniel Silva. I was so excited when I received the library bulletin and saw the announcement on the front page that I actually picked up the phone and called immediately to order my tickets. And it's a good thing I did because they were completely sold out. So I'm assuming that some of you were there because the entire audience was pretty much made up of Temple Israel members. Do you agree? So how many people have read his novels? Anybody? Few? Okay, there's 20 in total, and 17 of them feature his main character, Gabriel, alone. In the most recent book, it was just published on Tuesday, House of Spies. So those of you who haven't indulged in the Super Spy series, I'm going to give you a mini biography of Alone. In his most recent book, Gabriel is the head of the Israeli intelligence. It's referred to as The Office. He began his career back in 1972 when Ari Shamron, a thinly disguised Ariel Sharon, chooses him to participate in what is called Operation Wrath of God. It is an operation in retribution for the murder of the Israeli Olympic athletes in Munich. Gabriel is a very complicated character. He's an assassin. He is a second-generation Holocaust survivor. His own son and wife were murdered in retaliation for a job that he did. Didn't want to say that word out loud with so many children around. And on the other hand, he's an expert art restorer. So to learn more about Gabriel, you can check the books out of the library. They are very fun and very fast reads. But what struck me in the conversation Thursday night with Daniel Silva was the two sides of Gabriel. A hardened, intelligent agent on the one hand, and an internationally acclaimed art restorer on the other. Two opposing character traits, so opposite, so divergent, it's hard to align them into a single person. So it's not such a profound thought. It's a vital aspect of the character, and that's what makes him so complex to begin with. But this opposition, this contrast is so severe that I realized as Daniel Silva was talking that it's the exact paradigm for this week's Torah portion. Two stories are told within just a few chapters of exactly that. So divergent from each other, so opposite, so contradictory, how can they possibly end up in the same Torah portion? So this week's Torah portion is called Pinchas. It's named after the protagonist of the story of the Parsha, Pinchas, or Phineas in Hebrew. Pinchas reminds me so much of Gabriel. He's passionate. I think that's the word that's most often used to describe him. But you might want to use ferocious or fanatical. He's certainly not an ordinary citizen. We find ourselves in a time when a new generation of Israelites have fallen prey to idolatry and in a place almost within steps of the Promised Land. Pinchas sees a couple supposedly engaged in idolatry, or perhaps it's a little hanky-panky, and Pinchas marches over and takes a spear in his hand and takes care of the both of them. There's no conversation, no trying to stop them. He murders them right then and there, right in front of the entire family. Now, we could defend him. We could say he was commanded to behave this way, for it does say in the verse before, each of you slay those of his men who attach themselves to Baal Peor, to idolatry. So we could defend him. Or we could condemn him. He's a murderer, and doesn't the Torah command, thou shalt not murder? There's no trial. There's no due process. Pinchas reacts out of passion, without thought, without reason, or any compassion. So whichever position we take, I'm most concerned about God's reaction. Pinchas is rewarded for his actions. God says, I grant him a covenant of peace because he took impassioned action for his God. Really? A covenant of peace? That makes absolutely no sense to me, certainly not as a reward for murder. Okay, so this is the first story in the portion. Now, if we skip ahead, we come to the story of the daughters of Zelophehad. And even though I like spy novels and murder mysteries, I happen to like this story a lot better. Mala, Noah, Hogla, Milcah, and Tirzah are the 5 daughters of Zelophehad, and their father has died without a son to inherit property. And they come before Moses asking for the right to inherit their father's land. And surprisingly to all of us, I am sure, especially given the days in which they lived, they are granted the right to inherit. I wish I could say it was without condition, but there's always a condition. And ultimately, we find out in a later Torah portion that they can inherit, but only if they marry within their tribe. So basically that means if you marry without your tribe, outside of your tribe, she can't take her property with her. But it's a reasonable compromise, especially given the day, and it was seen as a win for women for centuries. So these are the 2 stories, absolutely contradictory to each other. A zealot reacting out of rage versus 5 women striving to change an existing law and working through the justice system. One is violent, and one is peaceful. One appears unjust, the other fair. One is one-sided, one is multidimensional. And even though they are in opposition to each other, the stories complement each other, showing us 2 sides of the same coin, kind of like Gabriel alone, the assassin versus the artist. So as we are about to read from the Torah portion, it's interesting for us to recognize that this kind of opposition isn't just in the portion or just in a character from a novel, but it's in each of us, though probably not to that extreme. It is, as our tradition teaches, the balance between the Yetzer Hara, the evil inclination, and the Yetzer HaTov, the positive or good inclination. We really can't exist without both. The Yetzer Hara, pushing us to strive to do more, to be more, and discover new ideas and journey into the unknown. And the Yetzer HaTov, reminding us about goodness and kindness and compassion. This week's Torah portion prompts our focus on this balance. May Pinchas, the daughters of Zelophehad, and Gabriel alone remind us of this struggle, and in so doing, may we always strive to be the best we can be. May we be adventurous and courageous and go out into the world and do amazing things. And may we also behave with integrity, justice, treating others with kindness, and continuing our work for peace. Ken Yehi Ratzon, may this be God's will, as we say, Amen. I invite you now to rise as we take the Torah from the ark. Beit Yaakov lechuvanel chaba or Adonai. O house of Jacob, come let us walk by the light of our God, and as we go forth, let us say together the watchword of our faith. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Hear, O Israel, Adonai is our God, Adonai is one.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo. Lecha Adonai Hagdulah, Vehagvura, Vehatiferet, Vehanetzach, Vehahod. Ki chol bashamayim uvaretz, Ki chol bashamayim uvaretz. Lecha Adonai hamamlacha, Vehamitnaseh lechol erosh. Ve'ha'ereinu b'toratecha, ve'dabek libeinu b'mitzvotecha, ve'yachel levaveinu le'ahava u'liyirah et shemecha. Ve'ha'ereinu b'toratecha, ve'dabek libeinu b'mitzvotecha, ve'yachel levaveinu le'ahava u'liyirah et shemecha. שלא נבוש ולא ניכלם ולא ניכשל לעולם ועד. שלא נבוש ולא ניכלם ולא ניכשל לעולם ועד. והערננו בתורתך, ודבק ליבנו במצוותיך, ויחל לבבנו לאהבה וליראה את שמך. לילה 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 לילה
Please be seated. So we'll hear that very same section, the first 6 lines or so from the Torah portion of Pinchas. We have a group aliyah together. Thank you. Baruch Hu. Baruch Adonai Borach Leolam Vaed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Leolam Vaed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam Asher Bachar Banu Mikol Hamim V'natan Lanu Et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen. Vayedaber Adonai el Moshe lemor. Pinchas ben Elazar ben Aharon HaKohen. Heshiv et chamati me'al bnei Yisrael. V'kino et kinati betocham. V'lo chiliti et bnei Yisrael v'kinati. Lachen emor. הנני נותן לו את בריתי שלום, והייתה לו ולזרעו אחריו ברית כהונת עולם, תחת אשר הנה לאלוהיו ויכפר על בני ישראל, בשם איש ישראל המוכר, אשר הוכה את המדיינית זמרי בן סלו, נשיא בית אב לשמעוני, בשם האישה המוכה המדיינית כוזבי וצור, ראש אומות בית אב במדיין הוא.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר נתן לנו תורת אמת וחיי עולם נטע בתוכנו. ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה.
אמן.
You rise now. Whatever reason, I'm involved with kids. I can't get involved with service.
וזאת התורה אשר שם משה לפני בני ישראל על פי אדוני ביד משה. יאללה יאללה לה 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 יאללה לה לה הידה מה 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 יא יא הידה לה מה 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 יא יא לה 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 מה ידה לה 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 מה יא יא הידה לה 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 יא מה מה dropping ay 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 ma ayda da 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 ya ma 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 ayda da 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 ya 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 ma ma ayya ya da 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 ayya da 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 ya ya ayya da 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 da.
If there are any other children out there, please come forward for the Aleinu and a little Shabbat treat. Isn't it the most precious to see these little children on the bima, especially watching them watch the Torah and remind us that our future is in good hands. And, you know, it does take us to our past. It reminds us where we've come from and those people who've been important to us and, frankly, made us who we are today. And so we take time out for memory. And we think of those people in our families who, in our community, who've died in recent days in the period of Shloshim. We remember Minnie Nathanson Adelson, Melvin Barnett, Martin Doran, Nettie Firestein, Sheila Foreman, Mickey Greenfield, Carol Greenwald, Herb Gubo, Adele Gudis, Gerald Halberg, Judy Herman, Dennis Israel, Mel Markowitz, Pearl Mauchner, Paul Palumbo, Jerome Powell, Marilyn Schneid, Judge Michael Schwartz, Herman Schneider, Ashley Solomon, Maury Wexler. We remember those whose yard sites fall at this time: Ethel Danto, Harold Haber, Alan Israel, Joseph Pearl, David Weiner, Dr. Myron Gerber, and Bessie Weiner. Tehei Nishmotehem Sorot B'Yisra Chaim. May their souls be bound up in the bond of everlasting life and memory. As we turn now to the words of Kaddish, as we say together, page 214. Yit Gadal v'Yit Kadash Shemei Rabbah, Ve'alma Divra Cherute V'Amlich Malchute, V'chayechon Uvyomechon Uvchaye Jechol Beit Yisrael, V'Galal V'Zman Kariv V'Imru Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabbah Mevorach Leolam Omei Omaya, Yitbarach V'Yishtabach V'Yitpa'ar V'Yidromam V'Yitnaseh, V'Yitadar V'Yitaleh V'Yitalal Shemei Dekudsha B'Richu, Le'ela Min Kol Birchata V'Shirata, Tushbechata V'Nechemata, Da'amiran Be'alma V'Imru Amen. Yehi Shlama Rabbah Min Shemaya, V'chayim Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael V'Imru Amen. Osei Shalom B'Mromav, Hu Ya'aseh Shalom, Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael V'Imru Amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn, and comfort to all who are bereaved among us. Amen.
May have given up the Kiddush, the space to Splish Splash Shabbat up there, where we normally have the service, but we didn't give up the bagels and lox to them. So you come up this way with us and join us for the Kiddush immediately after our service concludes.
And we conclude right on 214 at the bottom, Oseh Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. For those of you who are actually going out for lunch later, we do have sweet cake, so you can eat cake before you eat lunch. So come up, either lox, bagels, cake, and certainly Kiddush together. Shabbat Shalom.